Pico Hammer!
Why doesn't count on me?
Thanks for the clarification, Amy.
Leave it to me.
I do think it's funny that this is her gameplay, though. She uses her hammer to help you jump higher. That's not what she... Although, actually, yeah, she did. In Sonic Adventure, she would... If you were running a certain speed, you would be able to jump using her hammer. That's pretty funny, too. I do think it's kind of sad, kind of funny that at the beginning there, you had Amy, like, trying to glomp him or whatever, and Sonic's, like, pushing her back with his hand, which Sega of Japan actually said, like, that's out of character. He wouldn't treat his friend like that, come on. I think it's funny, but that is something that people complain about, a minor thing. I don't think it's a big deal or anything, but it is like a, yeah, that's not their relationship, right? If anything, that defines the worst example of how you could depict their relationship. That defines, like, the Sonic Heroes version of their relationship. But this, I feel like, this is a lot closer to what you'd actually have. This is much better an idea of how Sonic and Amy actually interact nowadays, I feel like. Although Amy doesn't exactly have a lot of screen time lately. I feel like this is like something in between this and in Sonic Boom. Their depiction in Sonic Boom is pretty accurate, I think, where, like, she's overbearing and there's a lot of eye-rolling on Sonic's part with her behavior. Like, she still knows what she wants. She wants that blue dick, and she ain't gonna be shy about it. And Sonic's like, this fucking thought. But they're comrades now, right? Like, he's not literally running away from her. Like, they're not exactly partners. Sonic and Tails are partners. But, like, yeah, I'm gonna launch you into the air with my Pico Pico hammer. That's pretty cute. Whereas this, we had classic Sonic and Tails, where they were helping each other out, and Tails was like, I'll carry you around and help you out. And that was emblematic of
Race to the finish.
That was emblematic of what their relationship was like in the classic games. Whereas I think you'll find this is a much closer representation of what their relationship is like in the modern games. Where they're racing each other. Tails is like, What song is playing right now? Where Tails is like, I'm gonna race against you in my tornado. We'll see who's the fastest, you or my tornado. You can almost see this as being something that they would actually do. Oh, it's Supersonic Racing. That makes sense, actually. As something that they would do in their free time, so to speak. Like, hey Sonic, I'm making a new plane, and I want to test out the engine and see how good it is. Want to race so we can push this engine to its limits and see how fast it is? Again, like it feels like they're trying to fit as much as they can in the limited space that they have to fit it into. Like, it's hard to describe. Like, it feels like they... Wow, look at the flowers. That looks so beautiful. It feels like the story is definitely lacking. It's not lackluster, but it's like, just fuck it, like, you know? Like, weird time monster. All the levels are squished together and it was Sonic's birthday, whatever. What, Tails? Woo! Guess he shouldn't be surprised. As I discussed. But anyway. But it feels like there's that feeling you get of like, oh, we wanted to do more. We wanted to do more with it, but we just didn't have the time or space to do what we wanted to do. Like, we had this desire, we had these like, oh, let's show, like, but they didn't have the chance, so they just fit it in wherever they could. So I feel like have Sonic and Tails race each other, because that's what they do now. Like, he makes a plane, hey, let's race each other in my plane. Have Amy help you out doing the Pico Pico hammer, like, oh, cornerstone of a marriage is cooperation, blah blah blah. You know, it feels like you could interpret it as being like a window into how they interact normally outside of, like, off screen. You know what I mean? So I don't know where the fuck Metal Sonic came from. Why are you here? What is the justification for this? That Time Eater was just blasting through everyone's household, I guess. But look at how short Metal Sonic is! Look, modern Sonic is taller than Metal Sonic. I bet Metal Sonic scored like, what the fuck? Look at how adorable he is. He looks like chibi Metal Sonic. That's so cute. In Sonic Forces, he's taller in order to be matched up against modern Sonic. But in this, he's classic Metal Sonic. So this is where they squeeze in the Sonic CD level, because Amy had to be associated with the Sonic 2 level, but they still gotta pay up respects to Sonic CD, which they do so with this boss fight against Metal. Yeah! And honestly, in a lot of ways, I think this is a better boss fight, a better Metal Sonic boss fight than the Sonic Mania one. There's like, the Sonic Mania boss fight was really fun in being like, it was practically its own stage, like it was really long. There were a lot of stages to it, like you were outrunning him first. Yeah! And then, like, he was sitting in his little Overlord chair, and then you raced up to the top, but then I felt it ended really anticlimactic. Oh no. Damn it. I felt it ended really anticlimactically, where you hit him enough times, and then he just kind of crashes into the wall behind him and falls off screen, and you can kind of almost miss it. Like, it feels like, whoa, what the fuck? Oh, it's over? What happened? Right? So this Metal Sonic boss fight isn't as long or expansive and doesn't have the context around it that makes it a lot of fun that Sonic Mania had, but I feel like it's the resolution is a lot more bombastic. I feel like something of a combination. Look at this shit. That's pretty awesome. So like it's the thing, like it's sort of like the flip side of the coin, so to speak. Like, the places where the boss fight against Metal is weak in this game is where the fight against Metal was strong in Sonic Mania, whereas the places that Mania was weak, Generations is strong. Look at that fucking resolution. That's a good, yeah, you fucking beat Metal Sonic conclusion. So I feel like something of a combination between the fight with him in Mania and the fight with him in Generations, that would be the perfect Metal Sonic fight. Or you could just have a race against him again, like in Sonic CD. So he kicked him away, and he blew up. Ah, he's fine. He's just there. Metal Sonic's just standing there. We collected the Chaos Emerald. I will battle you as many times as necessary! Faker! I'm the real Sonic! Where are you going? Stop ignoring me! Oh, Metal. You are so underrated. Maybe he's not underrated, he's underutilized, I feel. Metal Sonic's fucking awesome. So here's the real boss fight. We need to collect all the 3 keys. So Generations sits at an odd place in the modern games because he had Sonic Unleashed, which felt like a true send-off to the adventure style, and something of a Sonic 1 to the modern style. And then you had Sonic Colors, which was something of a Sonic 2 to the modern style, which was like, okay, we got this shit on lockdown. Then you have Sonic Generations, which you could say is something of a Sonic 3, but at the same time, it's actually a little bit weird. Like, it is an anniversary game. It's a birthday game. It's not its own entity. You know what I mean? It's being a sequel to Sonic Colors, but it's also all these old Sonic games at the same time. And because of that, it doesn't necessarily follow the same conventions as Sonic Colors had set up. It's really fun to watch this cutscene from both sides of the mirror.
Take a good look at yourself, Sonic.
Dr. Eggman?
It's the last look you'll get before I close your eyes forever.
Another Sonic? What? Wait a second!
Yeah, only just realizing what's going on. I love how I Am the Eggman started playing. Because Eggman, his theme song from Sonic Adventure 2. So, like, Sonic Colors kind of established that, like, okay, the Chaos Emeralds, yeah, Death Egg. So it actually does make sense having this boss fight take place after Sky Sanctuary, because classic Sonic jumped, this fucking piece of shit. How many times am I gonna have to fight this fucking thing?
Catch me if you can!
You know, playing Sonic Generations is really making me feel a lot less impressed by Sonic Mania.
Not bad.
At least this fight is nowhere near as... God damn, the boss fight against this guy in Sonic 2 was, like, one of the most god-twistingly frustrating fucking fights in the entire series. I don't know what they were thinking having you fight him with 0 rings. So every single new iteration of this fight has been less difficult than the original. And actually a lot more fun, I think. Not necessarily more fun, but like... Oh no! Come on! Sonic! No, you fuck! Like, definitely less frustrating. Now damn you! Fuck everything! I say right as I eat shit. There we go. That's better. Yeah! Bam! So it doesn't make sense to do this boss fight after Sky Sanctuary, because Classic Sonic finishes Sky Sanctuary, jumps onto the Death Egg, and then here we are on the Death Egg, circa Sonic 2, fighting the Death Egg robot, the final boss of Sonic 2. And then I love this. You know how I always compare Sonic to Dante? Yeah. Well, he didn't always start off that way. He had to grow into it. I just love that, how he jumps down, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do the cool guys don't look at explosion. Oh shit! That's a big explosion! Like, he's still a whittle. He's still a whittle Sonic. He's not quite up to the character action protagonist level yet. Don't worry, we're gonna have boss fights of modern Sonic who show us how it's done.
What? No! No! Sonic, save me!
Nah. Well, there goes that problem. Snake, you've created a time paradox. You can't just kill the main villain of the series in the first game. The fuck is the matter with you? So again, Classic Tales is just there. No setup, no
I can't
introduction.
believe there's 2 of me.
Yeah.
I think I figured it out. Yeah, me too. Doubles of us? Places and enemies from our past? We're traveling through time and space!
Whoa, blowing my mind over here.
How did this happen?
I think it's got something to do with that big thing that just killed
Quote-unquote thing.
It sounds like the same thing that kidnapped your friends. I mean our friends. You know what I mean.
This is why time travel is confusing. I love the two Sonic's little interaction with each other. The silent little body language. Asides.
Where'd it go?
Nowhere? We're not really in a place, you know? See, like, Sonic Colors established that the Chaos Emeralds aren't part of the main plot, and the game after this is going to follow in that vein. But Sonic Generations stands at kind of a weird place, where it's a send-up of all of the old Sonic games, including the Sonic games where the Chaos Emeralds were part of the main plot. So, you have the Chaos Emeralds be part of the main plot, but in a really, like, minor way. Like, it's not so overt. It's not like they're traveling around the world trying to find the Chaos Emeralds. It's just the Chaos Emeralds are all here in this place, and you need to get them all in order to finish the game. At least you're actually collecting them, right? It's interesting. So, I wish I could zoom in closer. But you actually see here, Cream is being associated with the Sonic Adventure level, which is funny for a couple of reasons. She wasn't originally in Sonic Adventure. Cream got introduced in Sonic Advanced 2, the Game Boy game made by Dimps. But Cream was retroactively added in as an Easter egg in Sonic Adventure DX. Which is why during that playthrough you will sometimes see Cream flying around, and I'll go, Cream, you little bitch! Right? So it is kind of funny that Cream gets associated with this area. So Classic Sonic made sense for the first 3 levels being based on the first 3 Genesis-era games, but now we're into the 3D era of games, and we're still going through them 2D with Classic Sonic, which I think is pretty funny. Chow in Space! The Search for Tikal! A film by Sonic the Hedgehog! What? Great to see Chow in Space back. Oh shit. So I think, like, taking these new levels with Classic Sonic into account, once again, it seems like up and down and all around. Up and down and all around. The complaint about Classic Sonic not having the exact same physics as the Genesis game seems even more weird to me, because it's like, yeah? So what? Like, oh god damn it. Like, I don't see that as a bad thing. Like, oh, it's different, that means it's not as good. No, you guys are dumb. It's fun going through, and now we're getting it's a different side of the coin kind of thing, where we were going through the classic stages with the modern Sonic and seeing a new side of those levels that we had never seen before, like going through an underground cave in Green Hill Zone, or actually like seeing much more of the factory part of Chemical Factory and blowing it the lord, and like blowing it the fuck up. But now we're getting the opposite, where we're getting a different look at these levels that we are familiar with from a 3D perspective. So we go through these levels in their Act 2 stage as 3D modern Sonic, and they're much more reminiscent to how they looked and it felt to play through them back in their original incarnation. And then you play through them with 2D Sonic in Act 1. Yeah! And you're getting a different vibe about these. I mean, this was a level from Sonic Adventure, which had no 2D sections, even at least like modern Sonic, like Sonic Unleashed / Sonic Color Sonic, has 2D sections of his own to go through some of his levels with, occasionally. Whereas These levels, the Dreamcast levels, they're called the Dreamcast era levels. I call them the Adventure era. But the marketing called them the Dreamcast era levels. You never went through these in a 2D environment, ever. They were strictly 3D, from beginning to end. So going through them with 2D, it does feel like you're getting, like, a different... Woo! Like you're getting a different... Oh, no! Damn. Really strictly enforcing the, like, high path skill ceiling of the classic games with this game in particular. Almost all of the red rings are in the upper path, and you gotta know what the fuck you're doing to stay up there. Even more so in one of the challenge stages, where Speed Highway, of course, we know as being at the nighttime. At the nighttime. We've only seen Speed Highway at nighttime. Oh, hey. E123 Omega Road. That's the only reference Omega's gonna get in this game. It makes me sad to think that Omega has been left by the wayside. That's kind of a bummer. He's probably not gonna be, but I hope Omega is in Sonic Forces. I miss Omega. E123, so Gamma was E102 Gamma. And there were 6 E series robots in Sonic Adventure. So after Beta, Gamma, and like 3 or 4 others, apparently Robotnik kept making E-series robots until he got all the way up to 23 with Omega. And then he's like, fuck this, and threw that guy into a fucking closet and never took him out. Yeah, it would be cool to have Omega show back up. I liked him. Oh yeah, so technically the Lightspeed Dash is in this game, but it's only in this level. It's sort of like a special, like, throwback nostalgia skill. You can't actually use the Lightspeed Dash in any other level. It's not like if you are in another level and you see a line of rings, you can't Lightspeed Dash through them. You can't even do that in this level. You can only Lightspeed Dash through certain specific lines of rings, and you'll see them when we come to them. So it's very situational. These rings, if the rings do not have glowy glows around them, like these, you can't Lightspeed Dash through them. These ones you can Lightspeed Dash through. And that's it. That is like the only real applicability of the Lightspeed Dash you ever get, and it's only thrown in here as a throwback to the fact that the Adventure era games had the Lightspeed Dash in them. Outside of that, you never really see the Lightspeed Dash in the series anymore. And personally, I feel like that's partially because it's become a little outdated. Sonic doesn't need the Lightspeed Dash anymore, because he has the boost. That's why he could still Lightspeed Dash in Sonic Unleashed. But then after Sonic Unleashed, he doesn't use the Lightspeed Dash anymore. Yeah! Remember this moment? Oh yeah! But it's even better now because we have the police robots chasing us down also. Oh, this was one of those fuck yeah moments of Sonic Adventure back in the day. Booyah! Ah, so fucking brilliant, dog. And so after Sonic Unleashed, now that he could do the boost, he was like, yeah, I'm already moving at the speed of sound. I don't really need to go at light speed anymore, necessarily. And again, that's one of those like subtle little Sonic's progressive power increases, which is pretty funny because, yeah! That's the same rocket that classic Sonic... Don't run over hedgehogs on the freeway. That's one of the rockets that we used during the Act 1, and after classic Sonic let go of it, modern Sonic took hold and flew it over through the rest of his stage. What's funny to me is these stages are from the Dreamcast era, when Sonic first learned how to do the homing attack. but we're going through them with post-Sonic Unleashed era Sonic, who is, again, way more powerful than Sonic was in Sonic Adventure. I mentioned this back in Sonic Colors, but Sonic, as you see him right now, is stronger than Super Sonic was in Sonic Adventure. Blaze Road, right lane.
Thanks for saving me, Sonic. It was scary in the dark, but I tried to be brave.
Aw, Cream. New voice actor or old, you're still kind of insufferable. That's just such an obvious little girl voice. Why does little girl equal... Still pretty cute to have her here, though. Yay! Yeah, Sonic Colors is a game that I could never get S ranks on in most of its levels. Sonic Generations is so easy. You can get S ranks without even trying. As long as you don't die, you're basically guaranteed an S rank. Like, again, Sonic becomes progressively stronger in each game. Modern Sonic, compared to classic Sonic from when he was first starting his career back in the Genesis era, like, it's like an insane power gap. Classic Sonic, if hypothetically, if Classic Sonic and Modern Sonic were to fight, for example, or race, Modern Sonic would just fucking atomic bomb obliterate Classic Sonic. Like, it would just not even be a competition. It's utterly ridiculous. It's like, remember the playthrough of the Tekken 7 story mode I did? You remember at the very, very beginning with little baby Kazuya fighting Heihachi, and Heihachi just had super armor on all the attacks and just destroyed Kazuya in like 3 hits? That's what a fight between classic Sonic and modern Sonic would be like. Like little baby Sonic versus grown-up Beast Master, like fucking time and space is my bitch Sonic. So it's funny going through these levels back when Sonic was at more of an interim of his power level with modern Sonic, who's just so who has rocketed past that place of where he was in his career to such a degree that oh yeah. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Can't stick around, have to keep moving on. Cause what lies ahead on the runway to find out. Just keep on moving ahead. No time for questions, follow my plan instead. Trust in me, what you can see. Take my lead, I'll set you free. Follow me, set me free. Trust me and you will escape from the city. I'll make it through, follow me. Set me free. Trust me and you will escape from the city. I'll make it through from me to you. Follow me. By that same notion, though, it's extra hilarious seeing classic Sonic going through these levels, going through these adventure era levels, that he shouldn't really be on the power level to be able to go through these levels. It's sort of like, damn. It's like imagine, again, I'm eternally going to go to Dragon Ball Z for my comparisons when it comes to Sonic. Sorry, just, I have always associated Sonic with Dragon Ball. And I always will. Missing Ray the Squirrel and Mighty the Armadillo. Have you seen us? Nope, not even in Sonic Mania. Fang is in Sonic Mania. But Mighty and Ray are not. That's sad. I miss you, Ray. I don't really care about Mighty. Some people are really mad that we've never seen Mighty again. Ray was in one game. shit. It's sort of like, imagine if Kid Goku fought Frieza. Like, that is the degree of how ridiculous it is to have classic Sonic going through these adventure era levels. Like, he's outrunning the fucking gun truck just barely. I don't know, that kind of cracks me up. This is the, like, Namek Saga era of Sonic that you could compare it to. Back when Super Sonic was still a big deal. Back when to fight the final boss, he had to go Super Sonic. And Super Sonic was, like, this next level of, like, story-mandated power.